Scientists say more Arctic sea ice has melted this summer than at any time since satellite records began more than 30 years ago. It's believed greenhouse gases from pollution are mainly to blame and could lead to an ice-free Arctic Sea in the summer months. Here's our environment analyst, Roger Harrabin.
The Arctic, warming much faster than the rest of the planet, largely thanks to the melting of ice on the sea. Ice reflects sunlight, so every bit that disappears allows the sun's rays to heat the dark ocean beneath it. From 1979, NASA's satellites have tracked the shrinking of summer ice. It fluctuates from year to year, but the trend is clearly downwards, and this year's ice will be the smallest yet.
Every year the ice grows during the winter and shrinks back in the summer. So that's a natural cycle that goes on all the time. It's just in these recent years we've seen that the shrinkage, the summer minimum as we say, is getting smaller and smaller.
So what's caused the rapid warming of the Arctic? Well, a recent paper from Reading University suggests that 30% of it is due to the Atlantic multidecadal oscillation. That's a natural cycle repeating every 65 to 80 years. It's been in a warm phase since the 1970s. But the same paper calculates that human activity has caused 70% of the warming. Pollution from our cars, our homes and our factories. Some scientists predict an ice-free Arctic in summers soon.
It sounds initially a fairly alarmist prediction, but when you look at the data, it's really inevitable that this would happen. So we have to consider how we're going to be able to cope with it.
Oil and gas firms are racing to profit from the shrinking ice. The Russian giant GAZPROM did battle with Greenpeace today. Arctic shipping will also cash in if the ice disappears in summers. But if the Arctic continues to heat as predicted, it'll increase global warming and may also disrupt ocean currents on which we depend. Sea ice affects the jet stream too, so that could bring the UK more extreme weather. And wildlife would be harmed. Polar bears rely on sea ice to do their hunting. All the time, our greenhouse gases keep on rising. Roger Harrabin, BBC News.